Hey folks, just a quick video. I see that the Wretched Beagle has run the story about the outcome of the investigation following the Jennifer Standifer lies and allegations. Nice to know that that has finally been released to the general public. And as I said at the beginning, when she hurled these allegations in order to hide behind them, to try and get away with her insubordinate behavior to her superior, which at that point was Scott Yost, until my intervention. And I would ask, is there going to be an apology that follows? I doubt it. A lie begets another lie. And all you individuals, you fraudulent, do nothing for this community individuals, Derek Hogerhide, Daryl Diamond, Doug Hicks, Bob Bergen, the rest of you pukes that want to rally behind. I'm all for supporting a friend. Be there for moral support. But when you sit there and sustain the lie, that's pathetic. Just what it was. And your little attack, Bob Bergen, against Scott Yost, bringing into question his character. Scott Yost has more integrity and character in a fingernail clipping than you do in your entire body. What have you ever done for this community, Bob Bergen? Except destroy the bridges that a good man like Cash Cook built, relationships that he built, and you incessantly and without ceasing enter these environments and destroy the very relationships and bridges that Cash Cook built, because he actually did something for this community, unlike you and the others I mentioned. All of you, in my view, are a destructive force. What you've done to this community, you think my Facebook posts did this to this community? Your behavior did this to this community. Decimated an incredible Department of Public Safety. And I know there's several of you that are jealous of Glenn Artress and despise the man, although I, for the life of me, don't know why. I think he's one of the best police officers this community's ever had. The objective in a police officer is to take crime off the street, and Glenn did that very well. The amount of drugs that him, Blake Huff, Cole Nagy, and the rest, Cody Gray, those guys were doing an incredible job protecting the citizens of this community, unlike the pathetic excuses for citizens that attack these individuals to the point where they quit. And on top of that, the destruction doesn't end. Penny Baker Doopie Berry, what a pathetic excuse for an individual that is in a leadership position. She did exactly what I predicted she would do, which is blaze a path of destruction from the moment she got on that council till her departure, whenever that may be. She resigned supposedly at the last meeting, and now she has reneged on her resignation, which I hope is true, because if that's the case and she's going to sit in one more meeting, I would love to be there, and I won't miss that opportunity to tell her exactly what I think of her and her triple felon husband, who's already fled the state. Like most of the cowards, these people take off, they wreak havoc and destruction, and then they flee. Elizabeth Dunham moved out of the village as soon as the recall was over. Robert Kelly Hall, out of the village as soon as the recall was over. Penny Baker Doopie Berry and her triple felon husband, convicted felon I might add, fleeing the village, but boy do they care about this community. My goodness, they just exude love and concern for this community. What a bunch of filthy, lying hypocrites. That's what you are. And if you have a problem with me saying that, come talk to me about it. I'd love to chat. So anyway, I'm going to keep this video short. Just want to put it out there. Let's see if any of these individuals have the character or integrity to apologize for the lies and the deceit that they unleashed on this community, and get people who allegedly church-going, good Christians fall for the crap. Not surprised. Dave Burry and the rest of you wouldn't know the truth if it hit you in the head. You know, Cash Cook resigning. December's the end of his run here in this community. He sees the same thing that I found out a while back. That you can't help people that don't want helped. Bruce Zenner, another incredibly talented, fine young man, doing all that he could to help this community, resigned. Had enough of the bullshit this community hurls at good, well-intending people. Patty Coffey resigned. Where's the leadership? Who is going to step in and put an end to this destructive path that Mr. Pillar of Society, Robert Bergen, who's never done a God-blessed thing for this stinking town, who's going to put an end to that? Nobody. For the most part, it's a council of cowards. We've seen that on video. Time to make a decision and lead this community, but frozen in fear. I don't have any respect for cowards. Say what you want. I know the truth. I'll be waiting for the apology, as should Mr. Scott Yost, a fine gentleman who's busted his ass and tried to give so much to this community, only have shoved up his ass, like most individuals over the past 30 years that have done their best to help this community, only get it stuck up their ass. You know, people, wake up. These individuals that are walking around Kalkaska acting as though they're pillars, somebody's, they're not, okay? They run their stinking mouths, bump that stinking slit underneath their nose, and they do nothing. Nothing. They give nothing of themselves. It's ridiculous. Pathetic. So, like I said, I'll be waiting for the apology that will never come. As well should others. But again, we'll never see it. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Share it with everybody. Share the truth. Something that liberal, progressive, little socialist potlickers have a difficult time with. Don't want to offend the gentle people. So, anyway, God bless you guys. God bless this community, though I doubt he will. Have a great afternoon.